Hello and welcome back to Lemoy Field here in Waterbury, Connecticut. Game 2 of a doubleheader between Post and Assumption about to begin. Alyssa Calabrese in the pitcher's circle for the Eagles. Assumption won game 1 by a final score of 10-1 in 5 innings. Looking to sweep the doubleheader. Here's the first pitch. It's fouled back. We're underway. Caitlin Cahill leading things off in this one. She batted second in game 1. Here's the 0-1. Squares and pulls back to a strike, so it's 0-2. Ooh. Here's the 0-2. Line drive down the right field line. That's a fair ball. It gets by the right fielder and rolls to the wall. Cahill digging for 3, and she's going for 4. No, she puts on the brakes. Almost thought about it inside the Parker. But leading off this one with a triple. That ball kept slicing away from Leah Marrero down the right field line, and she was just unable to make the play. So just like that, a runner on third to start the game. Naomi Cohen ropes one foul down the left field line. Calabrese, the ace on this Eagles squad, looking to help her team split the doubleheader. That's squared. Beauty down the third base line. It'll bring in a run, and the throw goes down the right field line. Nice backup there by Marrero. But a run scores. And now it's 1-0 Assumption, picking right up where they left off last game. We'll see how they score it, but a little small ball gets the first run across. First pitch is upstairs, runner going. And Cohen slides in safely at second. Another swiped bag for them. Still nobody out. Calabrese winds, kicks, and deals. Pitches upstairs, so it's 2-0. The 2-0. High fly ball down the right field line. Marrero giving chase, and she makes the play in foul territory. Tagging up from second is Cohen. She gets the third. So there's one away, but a nice running catch by Marrero. Maddie Bland, retired there for the first out. Next up, Molly Green. Line drive left center field, and that drops for a base hit. One run scores, so it's 2-0 Assumption on the RBI base knock for Molly Green. And that brings up Lacombe. First pitch swinging, grounder to second. This could be 2. The shovel to second for 1. No play at first. So there's 2 away after the fielder's choice. Kaylee Lacombe, who in the first game had some pretty good at-bats. Had an RBI single in her first at-bat of game 1. She went 1 for 4 in total. So 2 away. First pitch is outside. The throw down to second. It hits Lacombe, and she's down on the bag. Little shaken up, but she appears to be okay. So she's in scoring position. 2-0, Assumption leads already. Cahill led off the game with a 3-bagger down the right field line, and she would score on a little small ball, a bunt laid down by Naomi Cohen. Fastball scraped for a strike at the knees. So a 1-1 count. Reagan Gregoire had a solo shot in game one, a towering fly ball that flew over the left field wall. That made it 8-1 at that point. Again, the Greyhounds winning 10-1. Pitch. Ground ball, left side, backhanded by Tompkins. Strong throw across the diamond, not in time. It's an infield base knock for Gregoire. So she's gotten a hit in her last 2 plate appearances. Runners on the corners with 2 away. And that brings up McColgan. Ella McColgan played second base in game one. She takes a strike. So the count's 0-1. Two runners already touching home plate in the top of the first. So that one's outside. And a little trickery tried there by Gregoire. She was just standing in between first and second and then just decided to take second base. She was trying to bait Calabrese into helping Assumption get the third run across. Here's the pitch. Little bunt. Foul. Just beyond the right-handed batter's box. So 2 Ducks in scoring position. Assumption looking to do what they did in game one. Little chopper, left side of the infield, the throw to first, and it can't be handled. It bounces to the screen, and that allows 2 runs to score. And over to second goes McColgan. So she reaches on the error, and 2 runners come in. So Assumption now leads 4-0. That pitch just below the knees, 1-0. So another error for the Eagles, and that one plates 2. Emma Bloom takes a strike, so the count's 1-1. The 1-1. Line drive, foul. Almost took out one of the parents. 1-2 count. As we take a quick look at the defensive alignment for Post. Left to right, it's Brooke Dickinson, Oliver, and Marrero. From third to first, it's Sapia, Tompkins, Sorrells, and Bischeglia. Calabrese deals. Foul back to the back screen. And Calabrese in the pitcher's circle dealing to Brianna Hines. That one flutters up and away. Lofted in the air, shallow center field, and the running catch is made by Hannah Sorrells. That ends the frame. But Assumption off to a great start once again. A 4th spot in the top of the first here in Game 2. Post getting their first licks in the bottom of the first when we come back. Welcome back to Lemoy Field. We're in the bottom of the first here in Game 2 of the doubleheader. Assumption leads 4-0. Isabella Oliver to lead things off. Oliver hitless in Game 1. First pitch swinging, a one-hopper to second. McColgan over to first in time. 1 away. And let's take a look at the defensive alignment for Assumption. Going from left to right, it's Gregoire, Cahill, and Lacombe. From third to first, it's Bloom, Cohen, McColgan, and Balducci, with Waldron in the pitcher's circle today, dealing to Molly Green. Strike right down the middle, 0-1. Alexandra Bizcheglia also hitless in 3 plate appearances during Game 1. The 0-1 flutters upstairs, 1-1. The 1-1. Too high, 2-1. Kaylin Waldron, the junior from Griswold, Connecticut. She has the sign, and she deals the 2-1. Little out of control there, 3-1. Hard ground ball, and it gets by the diving McColgan. So a base hit for Bizcheglia with 1 away. They tried to throw her out at first. No luck doing there, so Alyssa Calabrese will step up to the plate. Calabrese came into the doubleheader hitting .325 on the year. Takes one off the outside edge. Here's the 1-0 pitch. That one's just inside, so it's 2-0. Molly Green looking back to see where that missed. Now a 3-0 count. And there's ball 4. So runners lead off first and second with 1 away. And that brings up Bailey Dickinson. Dickinson, a very good game in game 1. Singled to right in her first at bat and walked. So she went 1 for 1 in 2 ABs. A little pitching conference here with Waldron. Trying to get the mechanics down after that 4-pitch walk. The Greyhounds now have 5 straight wins. They're 6-15 on the year, looking to build off an NE10 championship run last year. Post, their lone win here in 2025, came against Southern Connecticut State last week, 2-0. Strike at the letters, 0-1. The first time here in this doubleheader that Bailey Dickinson gets an opportunity with runners in scoring position. Leaves that upstairs, 2-0. The senior digs in and pops that one up. Right side of the infield, McColgan backpedals and makes the two-handed grab for the second out. Looked a little dicey there for a second, but the play made. And that brings up Nyla Sapia. A crucial opportunity in the early going for Post. First and second, 2 away, Waldron fires. Upstairs, the snap throw back to second. Bobbled, so Bischeglia dives in safely. That one outside. Green trying to get the job done with the frame, but couldn't get the call. Waldron having some control issues so far. Not normally used as a starter. Used a lot out of the bullpen, but trying to eat some innings today. She gets back on track there with a swing and a miss. Slaps at that one and fouls it off. So Waldron working her way back. Sapia went 0 for 2, but she scored the only run for Post in game 1. Here's the pitch. Sapia hanging tough. Just off the outer black. And now the count runs full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners on first and second, 2 away here in the bottom of the first. The payoff pitch. Fly ball down the right field line, giving chases Lacombe. She runs out of room. So we'll do it again here at 3-2. The pitch. Line drive foul. Just inside ball 4, so the bases are loaded. Post, they've worked 2 walks in this inning. And that brings up Angelica Tompkins. She drove in the lone run in game 1, an RBI double. Tried to do damage there, but came up empty. So the count's 0-1. Takes strike 2 on the outside corner. Big spot for Post here. Bases loaded, 0-2 count. 4-0 Assumption. On the outside corner, strike 3. And the Greyhounds wiggle out of that jam. We're through 1 here at Lemoy Field. Assumption leads 4-0. To the top of the second we go. Assumption already with a 4-0 lead. 9-1-2 hitters coming up for them. Start with Emily Balducci. Balducci playing first base in game 2. She'll be followed by Caitlin Cahill and Naomi Cohen. A little shift here for Balducci. And a couple changes being made as well for Post. Calabrese now in right field for the Eagles. So new pitcher in for Post. Wave and a miss. 0-1. The 0-1. Check swing blooper into shallow left field. Marrero, who was in right now and left, makes the running play for out number 1. Here's the pitch. That one rocketed down the left field line, and it one hops up against the wall. That's an easy breezy two-bagger for Caitlin Cahill. She's been all over the softball here in Game 2. A triple to start, and now a booming double down the left field line. So a one-out two-bagger brings up Naomi Cohen. She squares. The ball is low. The throw down to third on the stolen base attempt. Not in time. So Cahill swipes third. The 1-0. Squared. Beautiful bunt. The glove flip home. And Cahill's safe. And Assumption's just going to continue to run all over post. It's a 5-0 lead. They continue to wreck with small ball. A nice bunt. And now after they tried to get the runner at home, that allowed Assumption to go into scoring position. That was Alyssa Johnson up at the plate. Maddie Bland takes a first pitch strike. So Alyssa Johnson was pinch hitting, laid down that bunt, so give her the RBI. As Bland takes that outside, 1-1. The 1-1. Bland, line drive, base hit, right field. Johnson being waved around third, and she gets there easily. Throw goes to second, and Bland slides in safe. Speed all around the bases there for Assumption. An RBI base knock for Maddie Bland. 4 RBIs here in this doubleheader. And Post now trails 6-0. So Alyssa Hughes trying to stop the bleeding here. She deals a pitch low in the dirt and it gets away. Goes to the backstop. And Bland goes over to third. Still only one away. Molly Green hits one on the ground to third. Post coming home with it. And we're in a little pickle now. Back and forth we go. Bland still fighting for her life. The throw. And they get Bland over at third barely. A little flip at the end. The tag in time. So 2 gone. And Post is able to cut down that runner going home. And on the play, Green goes all the way to second. So it's a fielder's choice for Green. That brings up Kaylee Lacombe. First pitch hacking, but she fouls that back. The 0-1 delivery. Squares the bunt, but can't get it in fair territory, so it's 0-2. Assumption, they've tacked on 2 more here in the top of the second. 6-0 the lead. If you're just joining us, Robbie Johnson here with the play-by-play commentary. Appreciate you tuning into this doubleheader. The 0-2. High fly ball. Carrying foul down the left field line. Alyssa Hughes looking in for the sign. She's got it. Her pitch popped up. Will it stay in play? No, it won't. Again, the wind blowing from left to right just keeps pushing that all the time towards foul ground. Fouled off once again. Devin Barnett warming up in the pen for the Eagles. Hard ground ball, just fouled down the left field line. The senior from Staten Island, New York, trying to wiggle her way out of this one. The pitch. Lacombe hits it in the air to the left. Marrero there. And plucks it from the sky to end the frame. Assumption keeps on rolling. 2 more here in the top of the second. 6-0 they lead as we go to the bottom half of the frame. Let's go to the bottom of the second. Assumption leads 6-0 over Post in Game 2 of a Wednesday doubleheader. That pitch dealt low and away, 1-0. Brooke Dickinson digging in. And now the count 1-1 against her. Dickinson could not get a hit in Game 1. She whacks at that one, pops it up first base side and into the bullpen. So the count's 1-2. It's Dickinson, then Brianna Hines, and Hannah Sorrells. And if they can get a runner on, it'll go back to the top of the order with Isabella Oliver. that pitch spiked low, so it's 2-2. Upstairs once again. Full count. 3-2 pitch on the horizon. Waldron deals. Dickinson staying alive. Waldron working really quickly in this one. Took a deep breath, now deals. Line drive, base hit right field. So a couple base knocks to right field for Post here in this one. And Dickinson leads off the frame with that base knock. Next up, Brianna Hines. Eyes a strike right down Main Street, 0-1. The 0-1. 1-1 just inside. Now a 1-2 count here against Hines. And the pitch. Little blooper down the right field line, but it drops in foul territory. Waldron fires. Just whispers off the outside corner. Working quick, but Hines continuing to stay in there and gut out this at bat. Assumption, they've had a lot of conference games postponed. Again, they're in the NE10. Recently coming off 2 big wins to start out their conference play against New Haven. That was on March 22nd, a doubleheader victory. Hines continuing to fight, and now the count's full. Assumption won 1-0 at the University of New Haven, and then 12-3 in 5 innings on March 22nd. Little check swing, and this at bat continues. What a fight here for Hines. Of course, Assumption, they'll have something to look forward to on Saturday, playing Southern New Hampshire in a doubleheader. That'll be conference play too. Little excuse me check swing once again. This will be pitch number 11 of this at bat. Who's going to win this battle? On the outside corner, strike 3. Really close on that upper left side of the strike zone, but Hines goes down looking for out number 1. Great job of working Kaylee Waldron, but unable to get rewarded for it. Hannah Sorrell swings and misses, 0-1. The 0-1. 0-2. 6-0 Assumption leads Post in Game 2 of a non-conference doubleheader for the Eagles. Here's the pitch. Little high, so it's 1-2. Waldron's 1-2 offering. Cut on and missed. 2 gone. So 2 away. Back to the top of the order we go. Isabella Oliver. She was retired in her first at bat. Dickinson led off the inning with a single. Since then, 2 straight outs for Waldron. Pitch. Little blooper, shallow center field. And it drops for a base hit. Over to third goes Dickinson. She's in there safe. So it's a single for Isabella Oliver. Almost an amazing play by Cahill. Laying out and trying to make the diving catch. She's come close like that twice in this doubleheader. Almost an incredible grab going back towards the center field wall. Almost robbed a double in there. So close to ending the inning. So now runners on the corners, 2 away. Bischeglia checks her swing. So it's 1-0. So Post already with 3 hits in this one. Trying to scratch across a run. Get some momentum here. Strike on the outside corner, 1-1. The 1-1. 2-1. Only 2 hits in Game 1, so already surpassing their hit total. A delayed strike call there, so the count's even at 2s. Runners on the corners, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Assumption 6, Post nothing. The pitch. Strike 3. Bischeglia down, looking that ends the frame. 2 innings in the books. Here at Post University, the Eagles down 6-0 against the Greyhounds. We're in the top of the third. Assumption 6, Post nothing. Calabrese back on the mound. Her first pitch is blooped towards second. Catch is made by Sorrells. 1 pitch, 1 out. Leah Marrero back in right field. So it's basically the same alignment defensively as it was to start this game in the first. Calabrese steals. Fouled off. Nice little catch in the stands by one of the fans.
There's this thing on the YouTube that says the audio stream's current bite rate is lower than
The 0-1. That's a beauty. Bunt down the first base line, an easy infield hit. Nice job by McColgan to get it down and show off the speed. So that brings up Emma Bloom.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Okay.
I could just hear you saying that the bite rate is low.
On the stream.
So a runner on first, 1 away here in the top of the third. Again, 4 runs in the first inning for Assumption. It started with a Cahill triple, and they've continued to dominate ever since as Bloom takes that one low. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Correction, it's Ava McNamara stepping up to the plate here for Assumption. The sophomore from Salem, New Hampshire. Runner going, that one fouled back, so it's 1-2. The 1-2 delivery. Strike 3 on the outside corner. 2 gone. So 2 gone, and Calabrese will try and get out of the inning unscathed. Leaves that one outside to Emily Balducci. The 1-0, swing and a miss, runner going. Hines dropped it, so no play at second. And it looks like they're saying there was catcher's interference, or there was some type of interference, and because of that, they're saying the runner is out at second base. So that ends the inning. So interference is what ends the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom half, 6-0. We're trying to figure out exactly what happened there. It must have been the hitter getting in the way, the catcher trying to throw out, the runner going to second. So again, 6-0, Assumption still on top. We'll be back in just a moment. a new wing toeing the slab here for Assumption. It'll be the right-hander in Kaya Burtz. Her first pitch, little dribbler over to first. Easy put out for out number 1. So Calabrese retired. So Balducci makes the 3 unassisted. That brings up Bailey Dickinson. First pitch, strike at the knees, 0-1. Dickinson popped up to second in her first at bat. The 0-1 tugged outside, 1-1. One topped over to short. The throw to first in time. 2 away. Naomi Cohen, part of that 6-3 put out in your scorebook. Here comes Naya Sapia. Sapia walked in her first at bat. The 0-1. Swinging a foul tip into the glove, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, 6-0 Assumption with 2 away here in the bottom of the third. Post in their home whites, Assumption in their away blues. Here's the pitch. That one yanked low and away, 1-2. Took a little off that one, but Sapia didn't bite. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. Ground ball up the middle and through for a base hit. First hit of the doubleheader for Sapia. That one comes with 2 gone here in the bottom of the third. Next up, Tompkins, who struck out looking in the bottom of the first. That ended an opportunity with the bases loaded and 2 away. So Sapia 1 for 1 with a walk. Tompkins choking up a little bit, but fouls that back. The 0-1. Inside out swing, fouls it back. Little dribbler foul down the third base line. Day started out partly sunny, now an overcast, cold spring day. It's game 2 of this doubleheader. Assumption looking to extend their winning streak to 6 games. The pitch. Bouncer, foul, down the third base line. Assumption had a really difficult non-conference schedule going into this season, wanting to challenge themselves and get ready for a conference play and make a push again to possibly get to the championship and win it. And that's why they go and play a lot of really good CACC teams as well, like Bridgeport. That's a cued ball over to first. Balducci fields it cleanly and steps on the bag to end the frame. Assumption keeps on rolling. We're through 3 here at Lemoy Field. They're on top 6-0. Emily Balducci leading things off here in the top of the 4th. Bizcheglia moving over to first for Post. Calabrese still on the mound. She deals outside 1-0. Balducci flew out to left in her last AB. And sprays that one into center field for a base knock. Leadoff single for Balducci. And it turns lineup back to the top with Caitlin Cahill. And she's been swinging a hot bat today. Already 2 hits in this one. And 2 runs scored. Hits it hard on the ground. Tompkins gloves it, but no play at first. Hit in the perfect spot, so an infield hit for Cahill puts runners on first and second with nobody out. Naomi Cohen, she's reached safely twice as well. The pitch flutters outside. There's a bunt right back to Calabrese. The throw to first. She's in there safe. Sliding in head first. And getting there safely to load the bases. So the bases are loaded once again. Assumption has nobody out, and they'll look to break this one open here. Maddie Bland, the last time she came up with the bases loaded, it was in the first inning of Game 1. Hit a booming double into the left center gap and drove in all 3 runs to extend the lead to 5-0 at that point. Hard ground ball right back to Calabrese, and the force out is recorded at home despite Hines bobbling that throw. So Bland couldn't get it done there, but the bases remain loaded with 1 away. Here's Molly Green. Little blooper. A little English on it too, but it goes foul. It's 6-0 now. Again, an 8-run mercy rule after 5. So if Assumption can get a couple more runs and play clean softball, they'll win this one in 5. Hard ground ball up the middle for a base hit. That's going to drive in 2 and give Assumption that 8-0 lead. A throw back to the backstop, and it clears the bases. 3 runs score on the play. A 2-run single for Green, and then on the throwing error, another run scores to make it 9-0 Assumption. So the beat goes on and on and on right now for the Greyhounds. And that brings up Kaylee Lacombe. That's 3 RBIs in this game alone for Molly Green. Bounding ball to short. Tompkins gloves it. Throw to first in time, 2 away. Over to third goes Green. Two gone. Here's Gregoire. Mile high pop up. Left side of the infield. Catch is made by Sapia. That ends the inning. But the damage has been done. 3 runs in the frame, and they all came on one play. A 2-run single for Molly Green, and then an errant throw home allowed the third runner, Maddie Bland, to score from first. We go to the bottom of the 4th, 9-0 Assumption. Bottom of the 4th here at Lemoy Field. Assumption all over post right now, 9-0 there on top. Swing and a miss. 0-1. The 0-1. Way upstairs. 1-1. The 1-1. Hines takes that one outside. 2-1. She's 0 for 1 in this one with a strikeout. A 2-1 pitch. Fouled back. So the count's 2-2. Two balls, 2 strikes. The pitch. In there, strike 3 called. 1 away. Apologies, this is Hines now coming up. So 1 away here in the bottom of the 4th. That one just below the knees. 1-0. The 1-0. Weak ground ball back to the pitcher. Throw to first in time. 2 quick outs here for Assumption. So 2 gone. That pitch low and inside, 1-0. Sorrell struck out swinging in her first at bat. Off the end of the bat, another nibbler over to the pitcher's mound. Easy throw to first to end the inning. So Assumption 3 defensive outs away from sweeping this doubleheader. We'll see if they can tack on more runs offensively when we come back. New wing in for Posted's Devin Barnett, the sophomore from National Park, New Jersey. Get our first action in this doubleheader. Mia Clark to lead things off for Assumption. This will be our first at bat in this doubleheader. Sophomore infielder from Westford, Mass. Coach Meyer talking to the home plate umpire right now, just sorting everything out. And looking ahead, after the conclusion of this game, Assumption, again, they'll take on Southern New Hampshire on their home turf. It'll be a doubleheader on Saturday. Those will be a couple more conference games for them. Then on Sunday, they'll take on St. Anselm College in a doubleheader too, followed by a doubleheader against Bentley on April 2nd. And it looks like we should be just about ready to go here. And after this doubleheader for Post, they'll take on Caldwell tomorrow. It'll be right here at Lemoy Field. Doubleheader starting at 2 Eastern Time. CACC matchups then on Saturday. They're home once again for another doubleheader against Wilmington University, last year's CACC champions. The pitch. Strike right down the middle, so the count's 1-1. The 1-1. Soars high, 2-1. Barnett fires. Foul tipped. So the count's 2-2.
He's just coming off an ACL tear. But his workout videos look really good. I think we needed somebody. And he was the best available.
Comebacker right to Barnett. Easy throw to first. One away. Tompkins for this half inning moving over to second base. And Brooke Dickinson now over at short. Spiked in the dirt, low, 1-0. The 1-0. Big rip and a miss, 1-1. High fly ball, deep right field. Marrera going back, and she can't make the play. It's off her glove. And they're going to send her home. Here's the throw, not in time. And that's the cherry on top of an amazing day for Assumption. An inside the park home run makes it 10-0 Greyhounds. She was motoring Ava McNamara with an inside the park home run. A tough play for Marrero to make. Here's the pitch, that one low. 1-0. So McNamara, in her limited time here in this doubleheader, she's been turning some heads, showing off the motors. As that one fouled back. So it's 0-2. And the pitch. Yanked low and away. Barnett gets the sign, and she deals. That's a strike on the outside corner. Here's the pitch. Slow roller, touched foul. Sun's starting to peek out here too. We started with a little sun, and now we're going to end with a little sun. Again, Assumption 3 outs away from sweeping this doubleheader. That one low. Tapped foul behind home plate. Here's the payoff pitch. That one low, ball 4. So there's a walk. And another substitution being made here for the Greyhounds. And we'll get you that name as soon as we can figure it out. Barnett trying to collect herself and finish off this outing on a strong note. Fastball splits the plate, 0-1. Here's the 0-1. Line drive center field, and it drops for a base hit. Station to station softball. That's Jaden Tanucci with a base knock. She gets in on the hit parade. So the junior from Johnston, Rhode Island, she reaches base. And we'll see what happens here with the next possible substitution. So runners off first and second. Assumption leading 10-0. Barnett ready to go, and she fires. Deals a little low and away. Here's the pitch. Little blooper over to third. Catch made by Sapia, the throw to first. Couldn't convert there on the double play opportunity. But a big out there for the Eagles. And the Greyhounds will send another pinch hitter up to face Barnett. Check swing. No go there, so it's 1-0. That one low and outside, 2-0. The 2-0 delivery. Bounce in the dirt. Both runners move up to scoring position. A really good turf ball read. And off that read, here's the pitch from Barnett. 4-pitch walk. So the bases are loaded once again. So Allison Wargo now up for Assumption with the bases juiced. She'll leave that one for the Worms 1-0. Taken for a strike, 1-1. The senior from Watertown, New York. She digs in. Barnett ready, the pitch. That raises above the letters, 2-1. The 2-1 topped over to third. Sapia's throw to first is in time, and that ends the inning. Assumption has another 10 spot here in game 2, 3 outs away from sweeping this doubleheader. Kaya Burtz looking to close this baby out here in the bottom of the 5th. Assumption leading 10-0, and they've outscored the Eagles 20-1 in this doubleheader. Isabella Oliver to lead things off, followed by Bischeglia and Alyssa Calabrese. Here's the pitch. Oliver takes a big whack at that, but fouls it back. Nothing in one. Here's the pitch. Strike off the outer black, 1-1. Here's the 1-1. Little blooper near the pitcher circle. Almost a terrific diving catch, but it pops out of the glove. So Oliver reaches. Really difficult play to make there, so it's most likely a hit. So an infield hit starts off the inning for the Eagles. That'll bring up Bischeglia. Leaves that one for the Birds, 1-0. The 1-0. 2-0. Here's the 2-0 delivery. 3-0 count. Assumption in their road blues with white lettering. Assumption in their home whites with orange lettering. 3-1 count here on Bisceglia. Big swing and a miss. Count runs full. Payoff pitch. Swing and a miss. One gone. Burt's has been dealing in this one. So Calabrese will step up into the right-handed batter's box here to face off against Burt's. Takes one at the knees, 0-1. Foul back, so it's 1-2. Calabrese looking for her first hit in this doubleheader. Looking for a positive note to go off of and take into tomorrow's doubleheader against Caldwell. Just outside, good take, so it's 2-2. The 2-2, cut on and missed. And the Greyhounds 1 out away from sweeping this doubleheader. Bailey Dickinson, she's been swinging the bat pretty well in this doubleheader. Nothing to show for it so far here in Game 2. Little late on that one, so the count's 0-1. Doesn't chase that high heat, so it's 1-1. Similar foul ball down the right field line. So the Eagles down to their final strike. The 1-2. 2-2. The Greyhounds started with 7 runs in the first inning in Game 1. They haven't looked back. And they'll finish it off with a force out at second. That's your ball game. A commanding victory, 10-0 here in Game 2. Again, the Greyhounds outscore the Post Eagles 20-1 in this sweep of the doubleheader. Assumption has won 6 straight games after starting the year 1-15. In Post, they fall to 1-17. The Eagles' next games tomorrow They're right here at Lemoy Field to take on Caldwell. Assumption will have a little time to enjoy these wins before they host an NE10 rival in southern New Hampshire on Saturday for a doubleheader. So the good times keep rolling for the Greyhounds. They win it 10-0 here in Game 2. They won 10-1 in Game 1. This is Robbie Johnson signing off from Lemoy Field. Thank you so much for tuning in to some CACC softball. Have a good night, and we'll see you very, very soon.